as a juvenile, I went through a severe amount of addiction and alcoholism. So I want to share a little bit about why I got into addiction at such a young age and what that caused my life, what kind of pain that brought me to. My name's Hepler. I'm a recovered addict and alcoholic. I graduated from Kennesaw State in Georgia, 2010 with a psychology degree. When I was 14 was the first time I used any kind of mood-altering substance, which for me happened to be marijuana. And the first time I used marijuana was when I knew I found what I'd been looking for at least a couple years. Being that age, I kind of struggled with my peers socially. So for me, I was kind of trying to figure out where I fit into the world, and I was trying out different things, sports, art clubs, you know, where do I fit socially? And I never really felt like I fit anywhere socially. But when I found weed, I smoked it, and all of a sudden, you know, I didn't have to worry about that. And that was the best feeling in the entire world, because I was no longer in my own skin. And not only did I not have to feel myself, but I developed a whole new identity as, you know, essentially a druggie, which, you know, was kind of cool. I was that age, you know, I was rebellious, and it was kind of great. I found my identity, and I was able to hang out with people that were doing the same thing as me, and they accepted what I was doing, which to me was awesome. But of course, those things came with consequences, and I did suffer some legal issues even as a juvenile. Basically, I incurred all these problems, but it didn't matter because the drug and the drink were so strong that it made life easy, really, for me. Unfortunately, my parents didn't really agree with that, so I got sent to a wilderness treatment center and was woken up in the middle of the night through an intervention and sent to get help because my behavior was out of control. Just to kind of show a little bit about my behavior, here's a picture of me. You can see that I have a black eye going on, some abrasions on my face, a busted lip. This is what led me to the path that I lived, was things like this. You know, here I am fighting people, but I'm a very nice person. I don't fight people, but when you're impaired, you know, things happen. So my book, which is a memoir of my story called Intervention, Anything But My Own Skin, is all about my story of recovery. And now I go and speak to high schools. I'm able to share my story of what it was like through addiction, how much better life is now. And you know, I go there and I make a comparison. I can either have this lifestyle, which was, you know, drugs and alcohol, or, you know, I can work hard and find things that, you know, don't come with the punishment and instead are rewarded. So here's a positive note. You know, this is a front cover newspaper article of, you know, what happened to me when I quit using drugs and alcohol. So I like to tell the kids in the high school classes, you know, I can have this one or I can have this one. You make the choice. The biggest thing that parents don't understand is that this is going on everywhere, and they don't have to walk this path alone. It's best to reach out to those community resources. It's best to reach out to the professionals. It's best to, you know, not walk this path by yourself because it's too hard to go by yourself.